So here we are, we've arrived at Spennymoor. We're just outside the Brewery Field here, just got the turnstiles obviously closed ahead of us. But yeah, we're down here to get to know the club a bit better, aren't we?
Yeah, do the biography of Spennymoor, which we're back here on Saturday, watching them play the Mighty Barrow. Very excited. We're meeting up with a guy called Ian today, so let's go meet him.
Let's do it. Yeah, so we're here today with Ian. Ian's gladly shared his time with us. Ian, if you have to introduce yourself to Park to Wembley and, like I say, our audience, we're keen to know everything and anything there is to know about Spennymoor.
Yeah, so I'm Ian Gildar, I'm the club manager and director, and obviously we're very excited about Saturday's fixture.
Perfect. So, in regards to sort of the history, I know myself and Mike on our way down here, we had a sort of a quick look. If you can at any club, but looking at the history, the foundations, it was originally called Spennymoor United, wasn't it? Before, obviously, it's sort of gone into liquidation, I'm guessing, and then become the club it is today.
That's right. So Spennymoor Town started in 2005. Gone from success to success, really. Chairman Brad Groves came in, revolutionised the club in terms of our facilities. Everything you see here now was sort of being done over those last 14, 15 years. And we've sailed up the pyramids, ended up in the National League North, and had some really good, fortunate cup success recently. So of course we were in the trophy final last season.
Yes, yeah.
And now we're looking forward to and we're having a good FA Cup run, and Saturday's the latest chapter of that.
Perfect, yeah, and we're very much looking forward to it too. So in regards to, because our main focus at Park to Wembley, as you probably know, is based on the FA Cup. So have you got any special highlights for yourself? Of Spennymoor Town in the FA Cup?
I mean, I think this is the first time we've got into the first round proper for a long time. Yeah. And it's a home draw, so just getting there and having a big crowd this Saturday is something that we haven't seen in decades. So this could be our one of our biggest games that we've seen in recent times.
Of course, and how are tickets looking at the moment?
Yeah, we're doing well. I think we're on for about 2,000 on Saturday, so another few days left on the sale. But we're doing really well, and we're going to welcome far more fans than we normally do in the league.
Yeah, you get all the ones coming out the woodwork that don't usually come out.
Yeah, there's that magic of a cup competition, isn't there? There's the fact that you've got the 90 minutes, and anything can happen. We're obviously playing a big side in Barrow, in a League Two side, of course. But with the hope that a bit of FA Cup magic, we can do the job. And
I suppose it's a shame that the replays aren't involved anymore from the first round proper, so we will get a result here on Saturday. We'll get predictions from the fans on Saturday when we're here. We'll have like a little prize giveaway that we do. But any predictions? Can I get any from yourself?
I never like to jinx things, and me and Graham Lee have this sort of banter all of the time. In fact, I'm not even allowed to wear my waistcoat of my suit. I have a superstition on Saturday just in case. When we go away in cup competitions, I'm not allowed on the team bus.
Is that used to be sort of your lucky charm?
We've had experience of these sorts of things. So yeah. In terms of score prediction, I'm not going to go there. But look, let's hope we do the job. Fair
enough. I won't push you anymore like that. So just going back to, you mentioned obviously when Spennymoor Town was formed. In those early years. We'd just love to know a bit more about that. If you're able to sort of tell us, how the club's got here today. And obviously, looking ahead, the long-term ambitions for the club. What you've got sort of in your head. As the future of the club, and what projects you've got in mind as well for it.
I mean, I think if you look back at Spennymoor Town before Brad came, before the chairman took over, some of this place here was just rubble. You wouldn't have had the clubhouse that you've got now. This stand was to wreck and ruin. It was a real mess, and they were languishing in Northern League and all that sort of stuff. And over the last few years, we've come up and up further pyramid. We've brought the infrastructure with us. We've got a club now that's sort of centric to the community. We've got community projects happening.
Because you're right in the middle of the town, aren't you?
It is. I mean, it's a real non-league feel, but a real centric to the community feel as well. We've got youth setups now with 35 teams, kids from under sevens all the way up. So the stuff that goes on around the pitch is as big as what goes on the pitch. And in terms of future ambition, of course, we don't want to stop the trajectory we've been on. And the ambition is always, let's get into playoffs and push into National League. Have good cup runs, have good trophy runs and all that sort of stuff. So we're doing really well as a club.
Yes.
And it's about continuing to push that on, and continuing to do the job of a football club in the community.
Of course, I like that quote that you mentioned to be on the way up here. Like, your average sort of football fan just thinks a football club should shop all the way through the season, and it opens up at 3, ends at 4:45 on a Saturday, and that's it. But yeah, I mean, all that information you just shared with me there. But there's a lot that obviously goes on behind the scenes.
There's so much, and a great team of people. You know, I look at the structure of our club now, and paid staff, volunteers, and everyone else. There's about 200 people involved in the club on a day-to-day basis.
And you wouldn't think that. No disrespect to the clubs at this level, but you just wouldn't think that. That's what goes on behind the scenes, would you, in terms of the amount of staff?
Yeah, that's right. You know, everything from the volunteer coaches and the youth, our ladies setups now, our youth setups, the community projects we're doing in and around the club. It's a real big enterprise, and there's a lot going on.
That's great. So, in regards to the first team itself, obviously we discussed the manager and his team so far. How do you feel you're getting on in the league so far?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a flying start. We're doing really well. We've played some big teams, and we continue to play big teams, and you know, we've had the odd blip, but the campaign so far is very good, and you know, the objective to get into the playoffs this season is there. We've missed out very, very narrowly in the last 3 years.
Did see that. Really appreciate your time here, and obviously going through the foundations, and obviously looking ahead to the game on Saturday. We're really chuffed at Park to Wembley to be attending, so yeah, we're looking forward to it.
That's great to have you.
Hi guys, this is Big Gaz from Park to Wembley. I've stayed home today. I've let them two go up there as a bit of punishment for abandoning me for the 4th qualifying round. Anyway, boys, hope you're really enjoying Spennymoor. So, on to what I'm covering for today. And we're going to have a bit of a talk about Spennymoor's quite recent cup runs across multiple formats. So, obviously, the main bread and butter where we're at the moment, the FA Cup. This is Spennymoor Town's second time at this point. The first time was all the way back in 2016-2017 season. And that year, they had a long journey down south all the way to Milton Keynes, where they took on Muck Dons. On that occasion, it was a 3-2 victory for Milton Keynes. But Spennymoor gave a really, really good account of themselves at that point. And at that time, they were a Northern Premier League side as well. So not even in the league they're in now. So they were step 7 going into the FA Cup first round last time. This time, against Barrow, they're going to be entering from step 6 from the National League North. So Spennymoor actually have some recent history going down to Wembley. So back last season, they got to the FA Trophy final where they lost to Aldershot 3-0 sadly on the day. Proper good hiding they were given. But I think the most touching moments that we went upon in our match day vlog recently, which we will leave a little image to here for you to go check that out. Ryan Johnson came off the bench in that game, who was the penalty-saving hero at the game that we were at. And that was Ryan Johnson's debut for the club a couple of days after his father had passed away. So it was a fantastic, lovely, lovely touch by Spennymoor to give Ryan his big moments at Wembley when he's going through such a very difficult time in his life as well. So hats off to Spennymoor for that. And Ryan Johnson, I still love you, mate. Right, and now let's get on to Spennymoor Town's most famous cup win, which was all the way back in 2013 when they got to the FA Vase final. So on that run, Spennymoor starts off with 2 5-1 victories. In the first round, it was against Bridlington Town. And in the second round, it was against Newcastle Benfield. Both 5-1. Proper good tidings, that. And in the third round, they secured a 2-0 victory against Billingham Symphonia. Before moving on to the fourth round, where they played a team called Lordswood, and they beat them 3-1. Then all of a sudden, the 3 games from Wembley after those first 4. And in the fifth round, they beat Bemerton Heath Harlequins 4-2. So in a very entertaining game. A lot of goals are part of this cup run, by the way. Go on, Spenny. Before a quarter-final victory over Gornal Athletic 3-1. And quite recently, there's been a lot made up about the longest league away day ever taking place, where Truro travelled all the way up to Gateshead. Now, I know this isn't a league game, but surely this is a contender for one of the longest away games in English football. And it was what Spennymoor had to do in the semi-final of their FA Vars run, because they drew against Guernsey and it was a two-legged affair. So they had a home tie up in Spenny and then a away tie all the way down in the Channel Islands, just off the border of France. And I'm sure that was a lovely away day for the Spennymoor fans. And in true Spennymoor fashion, they beat them home and away, which led them to the final, where they played Tunbridge Wells. And this was a game that we talked about on our Soccer Tuesday feeds. And we'll include the match highlights here as well over this section. But Spennymoor took an early lead in this game with a header, and probably one of the most fantastic celebrations there's ever been at Wembley Stadium as well, from Gavin Cogden. And then as the game was approaching the end, talking about 75th, 76th minute, something like that, that's when Tunbridge Wells equalised before Spennymoor, with about 10 minutes to go on the clock, fired one home. That was Keith Grogden who scored that goal, and it was an absolute thunderbolt. The keeper didn't even dive until the ball was past him. Fantastic effort from Spennymoor. They lifted the trophy at Wembley. They had their day in the sun. And who knows, maybe this year, Spenny are back to Wembley with the FA Cup. Anyway, let's get back to the boys up in Spennymoor. Let's go see what else they're getting up to.
We're now heading into the Directors' Lounge, where special guest Mike, Will and Sam will be on Saturday, maybe.
We'll just on getting this set up for the match now.
Another bar then.
This used to be, when I first came to follow the club, this was the main bar.
Oh, Mike, we've got to get this.
Yeah.
Wow, Lego of that.
It's surprisingly accurate, that as well.
Take this home for your kids, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, club photographer did that.
Oh,
He
nice.
got all the pieces put together, and it is, when you look at it, it's surprisingly accurate.
You got some more
Yeah,
bits
some
on
of the
wall.
vase stuff.
Wow, very nice.
Absolutely brilliant.
Nice creamy point in here Saturday. So here we go, now into the home dressing room. Quite a nice, decent size as well. I can't. No. Yeah.
That's the ladies' tactics from Sundays.
Right, okay. Don't want to
I won't
get.
touch it because I don't want to mess with it. We've got old spin the wheels.
So is this like a forfeit
That's
or?
the fines wheel, that. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, here we go. There's one in there. So we've got no fine times 3. Stays the same. Times 4. That's going to be brutal, isn't it?
Can Will take a spin of the
Have a
wheel?
spin.
Go on, Will.
Let's do it.
The wheel.
That's it.
Let's see what Will would have got. Times 6!
Nah, not too.
That's it. Will can buy six drinks on Saturday, that's fine.
We've got more.
Yeah.
We've got more.
Some more plans, refreshments. I'm guessing you have like a designated DJ as well, get the guys in the mood, don't you?
Playlist on.
So there's Will rolling back the years in the.
Probably 32 now. It's about 10 years ago.
And then yeah, just the away dressing room if you can.
Not quite as spectacular as the other one.
That's enormous, isn't it?
Never are they? So all the way on the other side, so just can't hear any tactics or anything.
A bit smaller, a bit darker.
Yeah, a bit more intimidating for her. So yeah, just standard away dressing, isn't it? There's no wheel in here, is there?
They've still got the badges there, so to remind
Yeah,
them.
just wind them up.
Yeah, there you go. Showering with the badges. Well, lovely.
Every ground we go to,
Yeah.
they are, and I don't blame them.
He's off today, so you'll be alright.
Yeah.
He'll be in the corner there going, what's he to do with them?
So have you got your seat? Is it up there? Is it?
Yeah.
Back at the director.
Yeah, there's a row of padded seats up the back there first.
And we do have someone, Joel, who doesn't want to be in there, but we don't mind. we've got him on now, and he'll be featured in the video.
That
penalty save, guy. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, so
Straight off the bench, youth keeper.
So we've heard obviously Ryan Johnson's story over the past few years.
Yeah.
And we just thought it was quite fitting for him. Or it was like to be the hero in that game was just
fantastic.
That was great, man.
yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, so we could take a walk around. You say there's a clubhouse or
Yeah, the top corner there. We'll
have a look through there.
Just had a load of Harris fencing delivered because we've got to obviously seal off the drinking areas. with playing the league.
And when Sam was here last time, he said apparently your a burger that you do was the best. He gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So we have the Neil Adams Sports Bar. Again, this is very popular on match days, isn't it?
Yeah, but the drinking corner.
Okay. Well, very nice. You've got dartboard and everything. Yeah, so this is where all the fans of will be absolutely rammed in here on Saturday, won't it?
We've got the winners bus, celebration bus, champions bus. Great pictures there.
And then Taylor with
All suits.
the 200 goals.
Yeah.
Oh.
2013,
And what's the medals over here?
So that's Neil Adams, who was a massive Spennymoor fan, and basically left a gift in his will to build this place, put this place together.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So it's all funded by?
So he left a big amount in his will, and it ended up with our new clubhouse. So he was a runner, so there were his runners medals.
Oh okay. Bloody hell.
Two great loves, running and Spennymoor Town. So
we can put them together, and then we have this. Right, so we're in the clubhouse now, back with Ian, just to answer a few more questions and for us, a run through of the club again. This club formed in 2005.
Yeah.
Before that,
Spennymoor United has been around for as long as anybody can remember.
Yeah.
We've always played at the Brewery Field.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, early 2000s there ended up into administration, and unfortunately the club went. What's gone on subsequently is, they had the merger with Spennymoor Town, a faithful meeting in the Penny Gill up in the town centre, sorted that one out. Jason Ainsley on board as former Spennymoor player. He'd become part of the management team at that point, and he basically reached out to Brad Groves, who became the chairman, really to help keep the club on.
And that was that pushed by the fans as well? That the fans wanted their club back? Was that an element to that?
There's always been a big aspiration for football in this town, and that we needed a football club, and we did the deal in 2005 with even more a merger deal back in the Brewery Field and brought football back into the town.
Yeah. So just before that happened, I believe that there was an arson attack. Details?
So right where we're sat now. So this was the old clubhouse. And this was the old clubhouse, and New Year in 2003, I think it was. Arson attack on the clubhouse, which really was one of the final nails in the coffin for the place. Really devastating for the club, and we've never had a permanent building on this part since. But we were able to do this temporary modular solution with help from Neil Adams and his family when Neil unfortunately passed. So it's a rising from the ashes story, really.
Yeah, well that's what we thought. It's like the rebirth, isn't it?
It is.
And a club being 20 years old, you're on the up again.
Yeah.
Like Will mentioned earlier, your aspirations for the club, and just going back to our journey with the FA Cup. We're looking forward to being here, and hopefully you can get the win against Barrow.
Absolutely.
So if you did get to the next round, is there anyone particular that you'd be interested in?
I think there's definitely some big clubs. We talked about a weekend away to Blackpool. That would be
that'd be a very messy weekend.
That would be Spennymoor taking over Blackpool for a weekend. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And Chicken Ting, is that
so
fan favourite?
Yeah, our food partner. As you can see, bright Brandon there.
Right, so this was our day in Spennymoor Town. Absolutely great meeting with Ian and Joel. Really accommodating work
Loved
there.
it, absolutely loved it.
Very happy to have parts of Wembley here on Saturday. We're going to be very excited to be here.
It's going to be a big one. I think they're getting ready. They're getting there's loads of kegs coming in.
Yeah.
For the amount of fans they're expecting. So
yeah, going to be a great day Saturday. And yeah, Spenny, we'll see you then.
Hi guys, this is Big Gaz from Park to Wembley, and we are being sponsored for the month of October by Man v Fat, and we've got a special partnership with them where if you sign up to their website and you use the code Park to Wembley, you will get your registration for £1 rather than the £10 advertised. Man v Fat is a fantastic organisation where it's encouraging men to join, play football weekly, lose weight, maintain positive mental health and be around like-minded individuals. And a part of our partnership with Man v Fat, we are starting an exclusive series starting in November. So November the 15th, whatever that Friday is, around then. I think it might be the 14th now I've put out the official video. So on that weekend anyway, we will have our first video out of the new season at the Nuneaton League, which I will be joining. And the whole aim of the series is for me to lose enough weight to be invited to Man v Fat's Biggest Losers game that will take place at a professional stadium, and tickets will be able to be purchased, so you can come along and roast me if I get there. But thank you ever so much to Man v Fat for the sponsorship for the month of October, and also going forward for our exclusive series in September. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to our channel so you don't miss anything from our FA Cup journey and also from Fat to Fit, a Part to Wembley story.